Welcome to the Park Snacker Pod, your source for Disney Parks news. I'm your host, Matt. I'm with my co-host, Katie. Katie, how's it going tonight?
Hello, it is going pretty well. Pretty well. We're recording a day early, which is cool, but just been kind of running around a bunch this week already, trying to get ready for vacation next week, and there's lots to do before we go.
No, yeah, you're going away next week. So one of the reasons we are recording a day early, you got a lot, you had some stuff going on. But yeah, Katie's gonna be gone next week.
I am.
Yeah, I'll be solo. What am I gonna do?
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
I believe in you. I'll listen to the episode and make my own commentary after.
Yeah. Maybe, maybe I'll find a guest host. Maybe there's someone that.
Fun.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? If you're listening, hey, if you think you're up for the challenge, do you want to guest host the Park Snacker Pod? Hey, let me know.
Oh, I love that. Don't
Yeah.
replace me, though.
No.
I'm
Kate,
still
sorry, you will never
co-host.
replace Katie. Yeah, never. So. But yeah, so first off, I want to, just warn everyone, I have a cold, so I'm going to do my best to not, sniffle my nose or cough. I'll mute myself when I can, but I just want to apologize in advance. So, but that's it. Otherwise, things are going great this week. We are, I'm less than 3 weeks out from my trip to Disney World. Everyone is getting really excited. We just can't believe that it's so soon. No big updates at all. The only thing I could add is, so we're bringing my daughter's car seat along with us. So, we want to have her sitting in the plane. I was worried because I was like, oh, we got to lug this thing through security and stuff and just hold it. We have one that's better for traveling. It's lighter than what we normally use. But I was talking to my buddy about it. He's like, oh, why don't you get a car seat backpack? And I'm like, what? They make car seat backpacks? And sure enough, yeah, I sent me one on Amazon and it fits my car seat. And I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. So now I could just strap it to my back and I don't have to worry about it. So,
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, so that's, if you want an update, that's the only update for my trip.
Have you started packing at all, or are you a last minute packer?
I'm a last minute packer. I've just been prepping bigger stuff for the trip. For instance, did I tell you the stroller situation?
Can't remember.
So, Disney is, they have guidelines for the strollers. We wanted to bring our own stroller. We wanted to have one at all times. So we weren't going to bother renting one. But the stroller that we have is heavy, and I think it might be fine for Disney, but it was just too heavy. We wanted to get a more light-sized, compact one. Excuse me. So my friend had recommended one, but apparently the models changed when we got it. So when we finally used it for the first time, we weren't that thrilled with it. We just weren't thrilled with the hood. But then what we found out was the front one that my friend had recommended, the model had changed and it wasn't the same thing that she has. So, anyways, we returned it at the end of July or at the beginning of August. I can't remember. And I had ordered a new one on Amazon, but it was back ordered a few weeks. Last Friday, it says that it was going to be delivered. And then I get a notification oh, we're out of stock. It's not. You're not going to have it. But I'm like, you just told me it was being delivered today. What? So now we had to now you can't find that one anywhere. It's
Oh my God.
yeah. So we have another one coming this week. We were just trying to get I was trying to be prepared and have that ready, all set to go. So yeah, it was a whole big ordeal. So now we're waiting on another one, and hopefully that that'll be okay. So,
Jeez.
but
Okay, yeah, that seems like a hassle.
yeah, so that's what we're just trying to get ready, those bigger items. So, but yeah, so that's that's what's going on there. The other thing, so Park Snacker Store or the Parks, yeah, I call it Park Snacker Shop, the store, whatever you want to call it. Now it is officially going to open this Monday, November 5th.
No.
November 5th.
We're in November. We're time traveling.
I'm not feeling well today. I'm sorry. September 5th, this Monday, September 5th, Labor Day.
Yay!
I want to make sure I didn't want to do it Labor Day, but I want to make sure that, I have the day off. I'm like, let me just, people are probably going to be home anyway, whatever. People will be on their phones. They'll see it. So, so I was like, okay, let me make sure everything goes smoothly. I can do like a nice, media launch for it. So the Park Snacker store will be available. We have lots of cool designs up there. If you're watching the video feed, I have one of the shirts on right now. I'm away from my microphone. But it says Park Snack Sleep Repeat. Props to Doug. We were coming up with like shirt ideas, and he's like, "Oh, we should do that." And I'm like, "Oh," so I had to find. So I wanted to make sure I found like a good design for it. So, I used. People love pastel colors these days, so I was like, "All right, let me go with this pink, purple, blue color palette." And then I was able to create this repeated design behind it. So you got to repeat it over and over. So. I put it up on like Twitter and Instagram today, and people were like really digging it. They're like, "Yo, I want this." I'm like, "All right, well, that's a good sign." Now, makes me happy.
That's so cool. That's so exciting. I have loved every design you've let me kind of proof so far, and I am so stoked. This is gonna be cool.
Yeah, Katie's been helping me with because we got some crazy things in there.
We do.
So we have like, I'm not going to spoil it, but there are like joggers and like jersey shorts that we have like they're crazy patterns on. So Katie was kind of helping me fine tune those because it's good to have like an extra eye. So we got some cool stuff. I'm probably going to tease the pattern later this week. So if you want to check out the shirt that I'm wearing now, if you're listening, it's probably going to be gone for my Instagram story, but it is on the Twitter. I tweeted it out today. As a recording, so at Park Snacker, you can find us there. I've actually been very active on Twitter lately too, so if you want to find me there. But so the store, I should have it launched in the morning. I'm assuming like 10 a.m. I'll start putting stuff out, and a link as well. So just be on the lookout for that, the Park Snacker store. So super, super exciting.
Very cool. Super stoked.
Yeah, and I'm happy. So how it works is, real quick, we're using Teespring. Teespring is what they call a print-on-demand service. So that means like you can go, you order it, and then they'll print it and ship it directly to you. Like we don't have to do anything.
Nice.
So because like I can't afford to order like 200 shirts and hopefully they sell out. I mean, I could do like a pre-order, but I don't think we're not at that scale where we can do that. So,
right.
So that's how it'll be shipped to you. And, we went through 4 different print shops, and the Teespring is by far the best one. Like we tried 3 others, just like prints were crooked. The print quality was just like garbage. It's just like, we're not going to use them. So Teespring was the first one that we used or that we tested, and they were great. And the shirt that I'm wearing, it came out really well. Like you can't see it on the camera, but looking at it, like it looks kind of sparkly with the colors. Like I don't know maybe it's just the colors on the shirt. I don't know, but they did a great job with it. So I'm like super
stoked.
Love
it. So. Super stoked.
Yeah. So. All right, well, let's get into the show. We have nothing major came up this week. I think Disney's just getting ready for D23, which is in 2 weekends. There's going to be a lot of live streams like all week long. The big one for the parks is, I believe, at Sunday, September 11th. Let me just get the date real quick. If you want to watch that one, that is, Sunday, September 11th. Is the Disney Parks panel. You watch it on like YouTube and stuff like that. I believe it is at 10:30. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure it's 10:30. So check it out there. So lots of news coming up. And thankfully, Katie will be back to discuss all of that.
We will have so much to talk about.
Yeah. So real quick, let me get our sponsor out of the way. Of course, is Park Snacker, where you can rate, review, and discover over 60,000 menu items at Walt Disney Worlds. You can connect with your friends to see what they're snacking on, browse menus, create custom lists, and so much more. So head over to parksnacker.com today to download the app, available on iOS and Android. Again, go to parksnacker.com today to rate and review what you eat and drink at Walt Disney World. And the store will be directly on parksnacker.com. So a Monday, look out for the link to the store, or follow us on social media, because I'm going to be blasting the heck out of it. So, all right. So let's get into the news for today. So if you are a annual pass holder, you're in for some luck, because the merchandise discount for a limited time will be increasing to it's going from 20 to 30%. I actually didn't write that. Oh no, I did write it in my notes. They'll be receiving a 30% discount at all Disney-owned and operated locations across theme parks, resorts, and Disney Springs. This will be happening between September 14th through October 14th. So one full month. So if there's something that you've been eyeing up for a while as an AP holder, this is your time to shine, where, go crazy and get what you can for that extra 10% off. Hey, it makes a difference,
It does. It really does.
Yeah. So I thought that was, it's good for AP holders. Disney does note that the discount is for personal use only. It may not be used to merchandise with the intent to resell the merchandise. So
yes, let's stop all those stupid resellers. I hate them all.
I know. Well, they'll never be stopped, unfortunately. But yeah, I just keep thinking about, every time I think about this, is like all those people that bought all of that Splash Mountain merch, and it just never closed down, and then people are still able to buy the merch. Yeah, I just think it's hilarious.
Joke's on you, suckers.
I know.
That's what you get.
I know.
I think this discount's pretty cool. I'm trying to remember. I don't think they typically do a fall discount, because they usually up it to 30% during Christmas holidays. But I don't remember them having ever upped it for Halloween or just fall in general.
I have no idea. I've never seen them do this at all. This is the first time I can recall that they upped the discount. So you would know better than me. You used to be an AP holder, so
yeah, I know it was. I'm pretty sure it was increased during the holidays. But yeah, I don't remember it being ever in fall either. So hey, if you're an annual pass holder, you let us know on the show, because this seems very cool and new to me. I don't think they've done this in the past. Yeah.
Well, yeah, let us know. Reach out if they've done it. But hey, super exciting. I wish I had that discount.
I know.
Yeah, so on my trip there, I talked about it on the past, but Jim Shore makes these figurines. If you don't know who Jim Shore is, you've definitely seen his work. But it's a very particular kind of style. But I have this really cool Pirates of the Caribbean Jim Shore figurine that you can only buy in Disney parks. It's of the dog and the bone and the guys in the prison trying to get the keys. And then it's Haunted Mansion. I have the 3 hitchhiking ghosts at the gate. And then the one that I'm now buying on this trip is the ghost playing the organ. But these pieces are expensive. They're $100 each. So, that really makes me wish I had the AP discount. So.
Seriously.
Yeah. You can only buy these in parks. So, so that's the next little small topic is the buffet dining is returning to the to Tusker House at Disney's Animal Kingdom. So since it reopened in June 2022, guests have been served family style entrees. And this change will be effective November 1st. So starting November 1st, you'll be seeing the buffet style come back. And if you're not familiar with Tusker House, it's located in Africa, over, again, in Animal Kingdom. And, it has all the flavors of Africa over there. And I have been there since 2013. But when we went, I loved it. I love all that, the spices and stuff that they use in their food. And it's great. Have you ever been to Tusker House?
No, but I've always heard only good things about it. And Tusker House, funny enough, is one of the places that I always have a reservation for. And then a couple of days before, either our plans change or we just change our minds and I cancel it. I've probably canceled 5 or 6 reservations at Tusker House before. And we just never make it there because it's usually towards the end of our trip and we don't want to have a big breakfast or lunch or whatever. We're not very, very big on buffets. But yeah, I've only ever heard good things about it, and it's still on my list if I ever keep a reservation.
Yeah, it's also a character buffet as well. So you have, I think you have Donald, if I remember, Donald, Mickey, and Minnie. I think it's just those 3. I don't know if it's anyone else. But yeah, they're roaming around. I think you take a photo with them or one of them beforehand. I can't remember how it works. It's been so long. But I would say, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and they're all in their cute little safari outfits.
Yes, I love those outfits.
Yeah. So
yeah, I want to try to meet Minnie and Mickey with, with, of course, our daughter on our next trip over at I think it's the Outpost, Adventurers Outpost. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so try to meet them. Speaking of the character dining, I can't remember who I was talking to, but it was someone on Instagram. And they were just, wondering, like, they didn't understand why this was like a character dining experience. Only because, like, a lot of kids are picky eaters, and, Tusker House has a lot of, like, food that picky eaters wouldn't enjoy. So I can't remember who it was, but I probably wouldn't call them out anyways. But they were like, well, why would they make this a character buffet? It seems like kind of like a waste. And I guess all I had to really say to that, I'm like, well, it seems like it's been very successful over the years. It's always busy. Adults probably love it, but, maybe adults don't realize that, maybe foods are different. But, they have all the other foods that, picky eaters would like. Like, if you go to any buffet in Disney World, there's always going to be pizza, or I can't remember
chicken fingers,
mac and cheese,
mashed potatoes, the classics that kids actually eat.
Exactly. Yeah, any buffet is going to have that. I don't know if I'm right or wrong there, but I feel like that's just how it is. So.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like most buffets on Disney property are character buffets anyway. Like, there's very few. I don't think I was trying to think of like any buffet that's not
Trails End is the first one that came to my mind.
True.
Again, I don't know if they're back to buffet. Cape May Cafe is a buffet.
Characters in the morning.
Oh, they do have it in the morning. That's right.
Morning. Yeah, because that was the first one I thought of. Because I've never actually had breakfast there, but they have characters in the morning.
Okay.
So I don't know. And most buffets,
Boma doesn't have characters.
Boma does not have characters. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. We're getting there.
Yep, Boma.
I wonder if I need to restate the buffets in the parks are all character dining. Maybe I don't know. I'm being silly about this, but I feel
Hollywood and Vine does. They're actually doing like a special Halloween one right now. Hollywood and Vine over in Hollywood.
Yes. They always have. Don't they always have really cool characters? Like all of the characters have different like seasonal outfits in there, which I thought was pretty cool.
Right now, again, if you want to go to like Hollywood Vine, I don't know if it's that hard to get a reservation, but they're actually doing like a Halloween themed dining or character experience right now, and like they're in like really cool outfits, like all the characters. If you haven't seen it. So if you're looking for like a fun dining experience this fall, check out Hollywood and Vine. So, yeah. So it is going to go back to buffet dining again November 1st. So you'll see that soon. Quick Genie Plus update. Now this was an update that people have been wanting for so long now. And it's good that, they listen, again, I have, my background is user experience design, and we listen to research and users a lot. Sometimes they're wrong about things, but, a lot of times it's like we take their feedback to heart. Like we do listen. Sometimes it takes longer to update something like I've talked about in the past. Disney is, they're slowly rolling out things to make Genie Plus better. So what they added was at the top of the tip board, it shows, if you bought Genie Plus, you made your first Fast Pass at like 7 a.m. Sorry, your Lightning Lane at 7 a.m. It now shows you the time that you can make your next Genie Plus selection. So again, if you make it at 7 a.m. and the park opens, say at 9 o'clock, that means you can't make your next one till 11 o'clock. So it'll show 11. So it's good for like stacking or whatever you want. So you can, you'll always know, like, you don't have to worry about, okay, when can I get my next one? This is super helpful for the people that aren't as familiar with Genie Plus or really don't know how it works well, because everyone knows Genie Plus is very confusing. So just having this little timer, well, it's not even a timer, it just tells you the time the next time you can make a selection. So this is a great step in the direction that they need to go with the app. So
yep. For sure. I'm glad they did this, because in the past, like, I literally would have had to go make a fake reservation and it would say, oh, sorry, you can't make another reservation until 11:05 or whatever. So it's good that I don't have to, take those extra clicks. Glad that someone's listening out there.
Yeah. It's, people are clapping for this. So everyone's like really excited about it. So just that one small Genie Plus update. So, keep giving us little things to help out everyone that doesn't know what the heck is going on. So, and then the last quick topic we have now, I mentioned last week that they started doing Tron testing, like actual people in the vehicle. Now, what I saw posted, I think it was yesterday or 2 nights ago, they started testing it at night. So you actually see the cars go along with, like, all the lights going off over it. I guess, I don't know what you want to call it, the bubble, the tarp. I don't know. I don't know how you want to. The bubble? Yeah, the bubble air.
Bubble.
Yeah. So now, if you look at the video, what I'm going to do I actually meant to mention this at the top of the show. I'm going to spend a little bit more time and add photos and videos on top of the video feed. So right now, while we're talking, I'm going to hopefully have the video of like Tron being tested. So if you're watching on Spotify or on YouTube, you can just see it right there. So, but yeah, super exciting. It looks awesome. People are going crazy. Like, oh, look at it go. Look at it go.
It's so bright. It's so cool.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna be so cool to see it at night. Especially if you're like on the Tomorrowland Speedway riding around and stuff. So
cool.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. I'm really excited about that. People are still thinking maybe December. It's possible. I'm a big fan of the Disney Dish podcast with Len Testa and Jim Hill, and due to how other rides have opened, they are actually making their best. They know what's going on in the parks better than I feel like anyone else does. They're very calculated type people, and if Tron is like Guardians of the Galaxy or Mickey and Minnie's, they're predicting a December open. So
okay.
We'll see.
We're getting there. We're almost there.
I know. Oh, and the other thing, because of that, remember how we talked about the gift shop? I think it's tomorrow, something Power and Light. I can't remember the exact name of it. But the gift shop that you came out into after you finished Space Mountain, it was shut down. It's reopening like November 6th. I don't have the exact date in front of me, but early November, it's reopening. And that exit is also going to be used for Tron as well. So with that being open November, it's like, oh, okay, maybe Tron's going to open early. So, but yeah, time will tell. We'll see.
Exciting.
All right. So if you're if you're a Run Disney fan, they unveiled the 90s retro themed medals for the 2023 Walt Disney World Marathon Weekend. Again, this is now 30 years. This is going to mark 30 years that they've been doing this, which is crazy. So they decided to bring it back to the 90s. So they're going to have all the retro vibes, iconic characters, and a glimpse into the Run Disney of years past, as they put it. So, people are going crazy because people are loving the medals. I think Katie and I have different opinions. We'll see. But yeah, so they unveiled all the medals for the race weekend. So race weekend is going to be, I have it in front of me somewhere. So marathon weekend is January 4th through the 8th of 2023. And so for the medals, they have the 5K. We have Pluto on there with some cool sunglasses with palm trees and, just says 2023 in it. So that's for the 5K. And then for the 10K, we have Chip and Dale. And looks like they're chasing after an acorn.
Are they like fishing for the acorn? Hold on, I need to zoom in on this.
Oh wait, who is it?
Fishing?
Dale has the black nose, right? I can't remember.
Oh yeah, no, Chip has the black nose like a chocolate chip.
That's right. Okay.
Chocolate
Oh,
chip
that's that's a good way to remember it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Chip he's sitting on top of Dale's shoulders, and it looks like he's making.
Like, I think dangling it in front of him.
He's dangling in front of Dale to go catch it. Yeah, that's what he's doing. That's
adorable. I will say I'm a big fan of this medal specifically.
Yeah. Now that I have a closer look at it, it's that's the 10K medal.
And it has like the cute little swirls and triangles and squigglies that you see in all kinds of like 90s.
Yeah, the classic 90s. The Saved by the Bell themed intro.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah. And then for the half marathon, we have Donald and Daisy Duck.
And it looks like it's like a little slider too, so I bet they move across the medal there, which is pretty cool. Oh,
yeah, it looks like it goes maybe up and down or something, because it looks like there's something behind it.
Yeah.
Like it's attached to something.
Maybe. That's what,
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Okay, cool.
And it's a cool shape too. It's like a little bow tie shape, which is fun too.
Yeah, it does look like a little bow tie. Yeah, not too bad. And then, so we have the marathon medal, and it's actually shaped as in the 30 for the 30th anniversary. It has Mickey and Minnie, of course, running on there. So it has the logo for the marathon, which I actually think is really cool. It has all the four park icons. It says 2023 Walt Disney World, and it has the marathon underneath it. So I really like the logo. So it says I did it at the top. And then finally it has, if you do all 4 races, which is the Goofy Challenge, which is 39.3 miles, you can get that medal. I'm sorry, I have that wrong. I'm reading it wrong. So
Goofy's only half in the full.
Yeah, Goofy if you just do the half and the full marathon. Thank you, Katie. I'm reading it.
Just do.
Yeah, just. So there's the Goofy medal. I'm not really sure what's happening.
I see. That's why I can't see in this one. So it's a red circled medal.
Can you flip it up?
And maybe you flip it up.
Because there's a design behind it.
Maybe it's like a little swirly wheel behind it. I can't figure out what it is. I need like a video of it because it clearly moves.
It looks like it could flip upwards. It doesn't look like it can spin so it kind of looks like, behind it there's definitely artwork. So I think it can flip up. So
maybe. It looks like, those sunglasses that have like just like the straight bars through them, and somehow you're supposed to be able to see. It looks like that.
Yeah, it looks like that. I'm gonna have it up. I'm gonna have it on the screen as we talk about it. And then then the Dopey Challenge, that's 48.6 miles. That's all 4 races. It has Dopey on it and just has a 10 on it.
So that's what I didn't understand. So it looks like 10. Has the Dopey been for 10 years? Because then in the corner it says 10 years. 10 years of what? Dopeying?
Yeah, maybe it's because it doesn't have the information below it. So I guess it's 10 years of the Dopey Challenge too. So
yeah, and Dopey is all 4 of the races.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Psycho people do that.
So my biggest critique of this is now it definitely has a lot of 90s colors and shapes and stuff in it. But like the designs don't feel 90s. I don't know if that makes any sense.
I just confirmed, yes, Dopey has started in 2014, so this
2014.
Yeah. I agree. I feel like a lot of them are very busy and kind of like, you're right, they have the colors, but like the 10K one with the squiggles and the triangles and swirls, that's pretty much the only one to me that stands out as being like a 90s-y theme.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely hate the marathon one that's a 30.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the marathon.
I hate that. Like, I get it, but like, I don't know. And Mickey and Minnie are so small.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think my favorite is definitely the 10K one now.
Yeah, which 10K's my favorite race, and it's always the best medal. And why am I not running these races? It's so cute. I don't mind the Pluto one. The Pluto has like the fun colors and like the sunglasses with the palm trees, but I don't know. They definitely get more intense as you go up the mileage, but I don't know that they start to look better. Like the 30 and the Goofy are just horrific.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they're better in person.
Yeah, it's all right.
Sure
I'm not going to be getting any of these anyway. So
right. I will say, like, I like the Pixar themes way better than I like these.
That's the springtime surprise,
one,
right?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But these are cool.
Yeah.
Definitely worth the hype, I think. They're still cool. I think we're being extra critical of them.
Oh, for sure.
But they're fun. I just
people are pumped for them though. Like,
dude,
everyone on Instagram is going crazy for it. It's all about retro these days, you know.
It is. Everything's retro. We're living back in the 90s.
I mean, you can kind of say like, pastel colors. The shirt that I'm wearing is like kind of retro colors. Like all those colors are on the medals right now. So
true. You just need to saturate yourself a little bit.
It's true. Yeah. Yeah.
But we're trying to be hip with the cool kids of the 90s.
Yeah. So those are the medals. So that is going to be marking 30 years for the Walt Disney World Marathon. Again, that is going to be January 4th through the 8th. So, the registration for it already happened. Everything is sold out. So, if you're going this year, good luck, everyone. So
yes.
All right, so last news topic today. So the fun thing Disney announced is the Disney culture representatives are now returning to World Showcase in Epcot.
Yay!
So Disney states that over the past few weeks, they've been welcoming back the Disney culture representatives who have come from far and wide to help them in their storytelling to create authentic, immersive experiences for guests. Some of the participants, this is their very first program, and they're eager to help create Disney magic for guests from all over the world. Others have experienced the magic of the Disney International program before and were longing to return to discover more and create even more memories. So if you don't know what any of that means, is all of the, the international cast members are now, they're slowly coming back to World Showcase. So to me, the thing that makes World Showcase is the international cast members.
Yes.
At each country.
100%.
Yeah. So thoughts on that, Katie?
I'm super excited. I mean, I when I did my college program, like one of my very first friends I met down there was in a part of the international program and she was from Germany, and I still talk to her to this day. Like, it's such a cool experience for them and for guests too, like to be able to actually talk to the cast members. Like, I almost always would make a point to talk to whatever cast member I see in the pavilions, just to just to talk. Like, it makes the experience more immersive, and it makes it at the same time so much more real. Yeah. I'm so excited, and I know they are too, at least from a former international program participant's mind. My friend Karen is very stoked for this.
Yeah.
Not that she's coming back, but just that it's coming back in general.
For sure. Yeah, and I definitely, I definitely felt it when I was there in June, just like not having those cast members there. Because, in the past, whenever we would go out to dinner, at a table service restaurant, we would always talk to the waiters and ask about, their cultures and like where they're from and stuff exactly. And like, oh, what else do you want to do when you're in the States? And most of them actually, from what I always remember, they always said, "Oh, we got to go to New York City. Got to go see that." So
yeah.
But yeah, it's I'm super excited to have them back. So when we go in September, I'm going to be on the lookout and see who we can find and just talk to those cast members and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Talking to the cast members is probably one of my favorite things to do at Disney.
Yes.
Whether you're an international cast member or just a normal cast member, I freaking love cast members. You guys are the best.
Yeah.
It's always so fun to talk to you.
Yeah. No, they were a ton of fun. There was one guy in 2019. He actually was from. Well, I was in Africa in Animal Kingdom, and I was waiting for someone. I think they were in the bathroom. And I just started talking to him, and he was just kind of going into his background a bit and just talking about his life back in Africa and stuff, and just super cool getting to just talk to him. And I have a photo of him. I was like, I take a photo. I have a really great photo of him.
That's awesome, and I'm sure they love it too because I'm sure they're homesick.
Oh, for sure.
I'm sure they love talking about their experiences and getting to feel like home when they're at Disney.
Yeah. So fun stuff. Can't wait to see that.
Yay.
All right. Well, that's it for the news this week. Now we have some listener questions. If you have any questions that you want us to answer, could be anything about the Disney parks, trip planning, whatever you feel like. Just shoot us a question. You can do it at matt@parksnacker.com or find us on social media anywhere you could do that. So our good friend Caitlin had a bunch of questions. She sent 4 dining questions, which I think we can answer relatively quickly.
Yeah.
She sent them over on Instagram. So first off, Katie, this one I'm going to go to you first because I feel like you're good. You're going to be good at this question. She asked if I
answer.
She said, if I don't make reservations, can I still eat at cool places?
So my answer is it depends. It depends on what cool places are. I will say most formal table service restaurants don't have availability day of. Most table service restaurants won't have like a walk-up list or a waiting list or anything like that. My biggest suggestion is if you're looking for somewhere cool to eat, just keep refreshing the app because people are dropping reservations left and right? So that's my biggest suggestion as to find cool places last minute. But there's also so many. I'm much more of a fan of most of the quick service options that the parks have versus table service. That said, a couple of the places will have walk-up lists that you can join. So my personal suggestion and my experience, last time I was there in May, we were trying to get to the Hollywood Brown Derby in Hollywood Studios, and you can join their walk-up list. Same thing goes for Nomad Lounge over in Animal Kingdom. You can join a walk-up list. I mean, that one is definitely, both of them are more lounges, but you can still get a pretty extensive menu. I mean, we typically eat at Nomads. We ate actual food, not just like snack food, at Hollywood Brown Derby Lounge. Now, granted, the lounge for Hollywood Brown Derby is outside, so that one's kind of less ideal because it was super hot. But yeah, after, sometimes it's as quick as 20 minutes. Sometimes it's like, okay, you'll get called back in an hour and a half. So you kind of need to be a little bit flexible with your schedule in that way, but check online if there's a specific cool place that you want to go. Check and see if they have a walk-up list. I know Space 220 has a walk-up list that is always full, but you can still try.
Topolino's even has a walk-up list.
Topolino's has a walk-up list.
Probably most do, yeah.
Most places probably do unless they're fully booked, busy, whatever. Yeah. But yeah, check the app to see if there's a walk-up list because that's your best bet. I think Sci-Fi has a walk-up list.
Which
Sci-Fi
one?
Sci-Fi Diner at Studios, I want to say. So that's my point of view on it. Do you have any additions to what I said?
You kind of hit at it, but my biggest thing is lounges. Any lounge. There are so many around Walt Disney World property. You don't need a reservation, but it gives you a restaurant feel. So there's so many cool ones around Walt Disney World that you can just go and most resorts like a lot of all the deluxe resorts have a lounge. I don't know if moderates have lounges. I can't think of any off the top of my head.
Caribbean probably does, doesn't the Caribbean? Not Caribbean.
Well, Caribbean Beach
Coronado.
has like the market area. I'm not
Coronado now has like a fancier
Coronado, yeah, because of the
place.
tower. They have the Dahlia Lounge up there. So like the Dahlia Lounge is super nice. There's Ale and Compass Lounge over at the Beach Club. There's Abracadabra. Boardwalk has a lounge in there too.
Trader Sam's at Polynesian.
Trader Sam's. I don't know if do they have food though.
Place. They have food. They have a limited menu. They have a couple sushi rolls. They have like lettuce wraps. They have they don't have dinner food, but they have enough that you could eat food there.
Yeah. Like there's so many different lounges out there where you can get you could have a meal and just like snack on and munch. Like when I went on you already mentioned Nomad Lounge, but like I think CJ and I spent like an hour and a half, 2 hours there with drinks and just apps, and then after we did that, we went to Magic Kingdom. But yeah, like I feel like there's so many cool lounges that you can experience. So that's what I would suggest if you don't have reservations.
And most of the time, the lounges are so much better than your typical table service restaurants, right? So like I would also broaden your idea of where you want to eat, because most of the table service restaurants that are super hard to get reservations at aren't even worth it, or at least you could get something just as good, if not cooler. You just kind of have to broaden your expectations of where you're looking.
Yep, exactly.
Good question. I like that. That was a good question.
Yeah. So.
Oh, and mobile. Sorry, one more thing. And mobile order. A lot of places do mobile order, especially the resorts.
Yeah, mobile order is everywhere now. Yeah.
Eat the yummy food.
So and so mobile order kind of goes in a little bit to this next question. So Do you have anything else with that last one or no? Yeah. Next question is, can I eat off the kids' menu to save money? Of course you can.
Hell yeah, you can. Definitely do it.
Think about it. Mobile order kids, they're not going to question who's it going to. So, no, you're not going to have any issues. I don't know if you'll have an issue, because I don't have experience. I don't know if they give people crap at like a table service restaurant if an adult is ordering from the kid menu. I've heard some things in the way past that sometimes they don't really want you to, but I can't see why they would stop anyone from ordering from the kids menu.
Yeah, it's probably not something they boast on. Like, yes, you can do it, but I know when I was the cast member and I had a coworker who was incredibly picky eater, but she always wanted to go out. Like, we wanted to do park days and go to fun restaurants, but she would literally always order off the kids menu. Because she wouldn't eat anything other than chicken fingers. I'm not kidding. This is a grown-ass, 20-year-old woman. Would not eat anything other than chicken fingers. Yeah. Love you, Michelle, but...
Oh, you call her? Oh, she just called her
I'm calling her out. She knows. It was our biggest beef. Just not even beef. I love her to pieces. It was just funny because she would then turn around and make fun of all the crazy things I was eating, like pasta or something. She's just so funny. Yeah. But yeah, you can absolutely order off the kids menu. Also, my biggest, saving money hack, split things. Oh my goodness, split everything. A lot of the Disney food, especially with quick services, they're expensive, but it is a solid amount of food. Typically, Nick and I will get an entree and an appetizer, or a side of some sort, and have more than enough food for the two of us.
Yeah.
But we're also not big meal people. We're more snackers. But split things, share things, for sure.
Yeah. My wife and I do the same thing when we're at Disney together. We split almost anything. Besides, we like table service restaurants, so we usually don't split things. We usually will get our own meal. But if it's quick service and of course snacks, we'll split it. We've been doing that at home a lot more, where we it just saves money. It's why don't we get a salad and an entree and just split it, so if we order out. But answer your question, yes, eat off the kids menu as much as you want. So all right, so next question is, what are the must-do quick service restaurants? Now this one, I'm going to try to I think we might have answered this did we answer this a few weeks ago?
I feel like we did this by park before.
Yeah.
But we are only doing parks. So with this, we can open up to general resorts too.
Well, the number one, it's it's kind of quick service. It's technically quick service, but also table service is Geyser Point. Like,
is that quick service?
It's technically quick service because you don't need a reservation to go eat there. But they if you go, they'll sit you. They do. Yeah, it's one of those rare cases at Disney where there's no reservation. There's like you could add yourself to a wait list. I found out recently, but they'll seat you like. But it's technically quick service. You can mobile order there, and such. So, to me, Geyser Point is like a must do. Like,
and that's at Wilderness Lodge.
At Wilderness Lodge. It's if you've never been, it's right on the lake. Gorgeous views.
So good.
Yeah, the food is great. To me, the bison burger is. We're going there the first night on our trip. I'm just dreaming about this bison burger. I've been seeing reviews coming in on a Park Snacker recently, and people are still saying it's phenomenal. I'm like, I heard someone wrote best burger. I'm like, yes, it's still good. It's still good.
Yeah. I've had that. I've had it years and years ago, but I remember it was phenomenal. Yeah, so I kicked myself because I try not to get like a burger or whatever when I go to Disney because there's usually a lot of things. But I ended up just getting a burger, and I'm like, oh my God, it's the best burger
so
ever.
Good, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so to me, that is a must-do quick service because you can just chill. If there's like a nice breeze coming in, it's great. It's all covered. It's outdoors, but like it actually kind of feels cool on the inside. And if there's like a nice breeze coming from
it's right on the water, which cools it down.
It's right on the water. It's great. So yeah, Geyser Point's my must-do quick service.
Nice. My must-do is probably Satuli Canteen in Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
Because it's just so good. It's so unique for quick service park food. It's like noodle bowls or rice bowls or something, but you can kind of just make however you want with different dressings, different types of protein. Satuli Canteen is where it's at. And that's pretty much the only one that I think of like as far as must do. Like Animal Kingdom in general has a lot of really good food, but Satuli, I've never not had Satuli when I'm at Animal Kingdom.
Yeah. We might go there this trip. I'm not sure. We were planning on doing some other things, but yeah, Satuli Canteen is phenomenal. I love Satuli.
Sleep on the cheeseburger pod. So I was thinking about this during the kids menu question. On the kids menu, there's these little Bao Buns cheeseburger pods. They look cool. They sound awesome. As a kid myself, I really wanted them. They are not good.
Yeah, they're okay.
Like, they're fine. They're fun, but it's 90% Bao Bun and less than 1% meat and whatever else condiments they stuff in there. So it was a big letdown on that. But I guess that's an example of, I'd sure ordered off of the kids menu. No one bats an eye.
Yeah. It's they're fine, but yeah, get a bowl. The bowls are so good.
Yeah, so good.
Any others you want to mention?
Probably, but we'll keep it at those because those are really the must-dos. I can't think of any other quick service that I literally have to do every time. Like Casey's Corner is always a good bet. Picos Bill, both of those at Magic Kingdom, but like...
Yeah, I think...
Compared to Satuli.
Yeah, because you know me, I'm in love with Wilderness Lodge. Like, it's my favorite thing at Disney World, like, ever. I'm obsessed with Wilderness Lodge. So, like, Geyser Point, I feel like I have to go every time now. I went 3 times on my last trip in 2019. Well, in 2019, yeah. Well, we were there for so long. We went before the Halloween party because I never checked it out. I wanted to see it. Then I had the burger, and I'm like, oh, the burger's amazing. And then our friends wanted to go back, so we went back sometime midweek because we were there for like 8 days. And then right before the Christmas party, we're like, let's just go to Geyser Point again.
Did you get the burger every time?
No, I got the burger twice. The first time and the third time. The second time I got, I think, like the turkey sandwich. It was okay. It wasn't like my favorite.
It was no burger.
No. So, but yeah. So that is that. So this is a little bit different of a question. What restaurants are must-dos for first-timers?
This is a hard one.
Yeah. So if there's like one restaurant where if you're going to Disney and you're like, oh, you know what? You got to do this. Like, you got to do this one restaurant. What would it be? If you want...
I need to throw it to you first because I honestly don't know.
So I'm going to try to find an answer as I talk about this. So,
Okay. That's kind of where I'm at too.
okay, so I'm going to go about it two different ways. I'm going to go if you're with kids and if you are without kids.
Okay.
If you're with kids, I think character dining is a must. Like I feel like you should do some kind of character dining. That's just, kids are going to love that. You know, I feel like if you go, you know, the food is going to be good no matter where you go. Now, which character dining, it all really depends. I think, you know, it depends on your resort. If you want to do it at the parks, you can. But if, you know, I think if you were to do one, I think the classic would be Chef Mickey's over at Contemporary Resort. I feel like that is like, you know, when I think of character dining, like Chef Mickey's is always the one, you know.
Yep.
Kids love it because the monorail is going in and out of the resort. It's just like a cool atmosphere. If I would put a second one behind it, you know, people are always raving about Topolino's now, but I feel like I would go that direction. As an adult, if you're going as an adult for the first time, absolutely 100% California Grill.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, you got to. It is still, to me, the best restaurant experience I've ever had. I've been there twice. And both times, the service has been fantastic. Lightning. So I got scared. I heard all the thunder. I was like, what is that?
Man, you love California Grill so much, you're commanding the weather. Look at that.
I know. Yeah. It's just great because, you know, if you go late enough, you can go and watch the fireworks from the top. I mean, if you get a 5 o'clock reservation, you can even go back at 9 o'clock for the fireworks. Like, they'll let you back up. But yeah, the service is great. The food is phenomenal. I've had fantastic experiences both times. So if you're just going with like adults, splurge, you know, treat yourself to a night out at California Grill. So that's what I'm going with.
Okay. I like it. I knew you were going to say that too, but I like it. So I think I agree with you as far as the kids versus no kids. Chef Mickey's is probably the best kids one. I also am partial to Crystal Palace because it's Winnie the Pooh friends. But yeah, the classic Disney character dining for kids, Chef Mickey's, because you get to meet the Fat Five, and yeah, through the Contemporary is pretty cool. And then to your point of California Grill, I think my choice would be at the Polynesian Ohana and getting a dinner reservation there, eating the noodles, and everything else that comes with it. And then, yeah, if you get a late enough reservation, they'll pipe in the music to the fireworks, and you can see Magic Kingdom clearly through the windows, which is pretty cool. I love Ohana. I've been there 2 times, maybe 3, 1, enough times to know that I love it. And so that's probably my must do. That said, I don't do table service, right? So I don't think you need to do any table service as a first timer.
It didn't say table service. You could give a must do quick service.
Satuli Canteen, you must do.
We did just do that. Yeah.
Then I do have one other one I want to mention though, and it's harder for first timers because it's not easy to get to. But Sanaa over at Animal Kingdom Lodge is just heaven. I love Boma too, which is the buffet. But Sanaa is so good. I don't know that I recommend it for first timers unless you're literally staying at Animal Kingdom, just because it's a good chunk of time to get there.
If you have a rental car, then I would do it. Yeah,
correct.
I mean, you could always lift over. It's it's a little bit out of the way.
It adds an extra layer that I understand that first timers probably don't want to deal with, which is why I hesitate to say it.
Yeah.
But as far as
I forgot we're talking about first timers. Yeah, you're
right. And you're gonna want to spend time in the parks. You're gonna be very overwhelmed. So I hesitate to say first timers need to go to Sanaa, but if you make it to Sanaa, you will not be upset. Yeah. It is so good. Yeah. Also love Boma too. So like one or the other, but Sanaa is just a little bit more.
Yeah. The only caveat I would put on Sanaa, if you're gonna go to Sanaa as a first timer, go during lunch so you can see the animals outside. That way you can walk around the resort and you can see the different animals and like check it out. Because if you're there at night, there's not much to see at the Animal Kingdom Lodge. So if you do that for the first time, I would go at
Go
lunch.
for lunch. Yes, 100%. I definitely in my mind was thinking lunch. I guess I just didn't say it. So yeah, lunchtime at Sanaa, so good.
Yeah. Yeah, Sanaa, we had dinner there, and that bread service, it is no joke. People
I
always
still
talk
dream about it.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah. I honestly can't remember what my meal was that night. I have no idea. All I knew was the bread service.
We got the bread service, and then Nick and I shared an entree because the bread service was so much, right? So, like, share your food. That's what I was saying earlier. We shared an entree of some sort of... I have honestly no idea. I probably posted on it at Park Snacker. I'll have to go back and look.
I'm looking at mine right now to see, like, what it could have been.
I'll have to look mine up, too.
Yeah.
But I loved it because I went to Sanaa I guess technically afternoon, but morning lunch after I ran my first runDisney race. We stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge, but we were checking out, but we still, we ate at Sanaa it must have been like a 10:30 or 11 o'clock reservation. Like it was a very early lunch. All right, let me see.
You know what? I don't think I ever rated the bread service.
I'm fairly certain the bread service is literally the second thing I've ever rated.
Yeah. I'm not seeing it on because so what's nice in Park Snacker, you can set the date of when you had it, and I didn't put it in, so I got to go back and check that out. So all right, well, those were all the questions that we have. Caitlin, so much for sending those in to us. This was a lot of fun talking about food. Hopefully we've helped you out a bit, not just you, but all the listeners, of course. So I think that's going to wrap it up for this episode. So, Katie, we'll see you in a couple weeks. Enjoy your vacation. What are you doing? Anything good?
Oh, we're spending a long week up at the lake. So typically our lake weekends are very fun and family filled with my beautiful, amazing, loud nieces and nephews in one camper. So love them, but it gets to be a lot by the end of the weekend. And then, so this week, Nick and I actually stay up the full week. So we'll go up Thursday night and not come home until the following Sunday.
Okay.
And just be up there. And it's super quiet. Most things start to shut down after Labor Day. So it's really just relaxing and being not off the grid, but away from craziness.
Okay. All right. Well, sounds good. Sounds like it's going to be fun and relaxing.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, where can we find you, Katie?
Well, you guys come hang out with me on Instagram. I'm at Magically Mootsy, and you can see all the fun things I've snacked on over at Park Snacker. Can't speak, but I'm still at Magically Mootsy.
Cool. So, yeah, if you guys can, if you're not subscribed to this podcast already, please do so. Rate and review us on Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts, wherever you can rate us and review us. That would be awesome. Let us know how we're doing. If you can, download Park Snacker. Just go to parksnacker.com. Start rating, reviewing everything that you eat at Walt Disney World. Again, Monday morning, look out for the store. Lots of fun things coming. I'm actually working on a new design right now, and it's retro, but it's far, far back retro, I guess you could say.
Oh, super retro.
It's, I'm working on a design for everyone's favorite, Casey's Corner. I had some inspiration, so we'll see.
Is it just a big corn dog nugget? Because that's all I want. I just want a white t-shirt with a corn dog nugget on it. That's it.
I mean, I guess I could. If that sells, then yeah, why not?
I have a feeling it won't sell, so you probably shouldn't.
I mean, yeah, it wouldn't look good on a t-shirt. Well, you know what? I could pretend that I'm branding it. And it says like Casey's. It's like branded Casey's in it, and then on the side, you see the brand Casey's, so you know that it's Casey's property.
All right, we're working on it. We'll get those corn dog nuggets out there somehow.
Yeah. So be on the lookout for the store for Park Snacker. Make sure you're following us on Instagram, of course, at Park Snacker. Twitter, like I said, I've actually been way more active on Twitter. I'm finally getting into it. Proud
of you.
Yeah, finally getting into it. If I have like a random thought, I just throw it out and stuff. So, and then Facebook, I've been a little bit more active on as well. But yeah, so I think that is it. I'm gonna go relax my throat for a while because this cold is not doing so well, and I really gotta blow my nose.
Great, thank you for sharing.
Yeah, I don't know. I had to add that in, but I thought I just wanted some sympathy for what I've been dealing with for the past hour. So.
You poor thing.
I know. And I think that's it. So, guys, until next time, we'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.